Good morning, students. Welcome back to the English class. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is subject verb agreement. In this chapter, you will learn some rules of subject verb agreement which will help you to write sentences correctly. So let's start. Students, two sentences are given here. Let us read this. A scientist discovers new facts. Second sentence, scientists discover new facts. I hope you are observing here that in sentence 1, the subject scientist is in singular number. So we have used the verb discovers, which is also singular. Okay, scientist here is third person singular, and we all know that with third person singular we add s or es with the verb. That's why we have added s with the verb discover. Okay, that means the subject is also singular and the verb is also singular. Our next sentence is scientists discover new facts. Here in this sentence, the subject scientists is in plural number, and that's why we have used the verb discover, which is also plural. Okay, I hope now you are thinking that why is this so. Now I will clear this, and also now I'm going to tell you what is subject verb agreement. Actually, this is only subject verb agreement. With singular subject we use singular verb. Let us start. We will learn more and more. Subject verb agreement. In a sentence, the verb must agree with the subject. Then only when we write a sentence, we write it correctly. Okay, if we don't write, or if the verb we have used in the sentence doesn't agree with the subject, then the sentence becomes incorrect. So if we want to write the sentences correctly, the verb of the given sentence should agree with the subject. Or in other words, we can say that the verb used is according to person and number. We have to use the verbs in the sentences according to the person and number of the subject. This is only called subject verb agreement. Now, we will see some important rules of subject verb agreement. First rule, a verb must agree with its subject in number. Like, he comes. Here he is third person singular. That means here the subject is in singular number. And that's why the verb comes. This is also singular. Next sentence, they come. We all know that they is plural, and this is why we have used the verb come, which is also plural. That means with singular subject we use singular verb, and with plural subject we use plural verb. It's very easy, right? Next rule, a verb must agree with its subject in person. Okay, first person, second person, third person. I think you all know this. First person singular I, plural we. Second person singular and plural both you. Third person singular he, she, it, or any name, any single name. Third person plural they. Okay, so here two sentences are given. I am happy. And second, he is a teacher. We all know that we use am with I. With first person, we always use am. With first person singular, that means I. Okay. And we also know that with third person singular he, we always use is. Okay. That means in sentence 1, the verb am agrees with the subject I. I is the first person. I is written in first person. In sentence 2, the verb is agrees with the subject he, which is third person singular. Okay, let us see the next rule. Next rule is two or more singular nouns or pronouns joined by the word and always require a plural verb. For example, gold and silver are precious metals. See, two nouns are here, gold and silver. And we have joined these nouns, gold, silver, with the word and, which is given in our rule that we have to, if two noun or two pronouns are joined with the word or by the word and, we use plural verb. So we have done this only, gold and silver, which is joined by the word and, uses plural verb are. Okay, but if the two nouns refer one idea to the mind or refer to the same person or thing, the verb is singular. Let us see the example. Time and tide waits for no man. See, two nouns are given here, time and tide. Again, next example, the poet and novelist. Here also two nouns are given and these nouns are joined by the word and, but still we have used here singular verb. Why? Because these nouns are referring one idea only. And in the second sentences, these nouns are referring to the same person. In the note it is given, in first sentence, time and tide suggests a single idea. That means it is referring to the idea of passing of time. Okay. And in the second sentence, the poet and the novelist is no more. Here the poet and the novelist is the same person. Okay, they are not two persons, they are only one person. That person is the poet and that person is only the novelist. Now let's see the next point. Our next rule is when the subject consists of two nouns or pronouns joined with or as well as the verb agrees with the first of them. That means two nouns are there, you have to see the first noun and according to the first noun you have to use the correct verb. If it is singular, you will use singular verb. If the first subject or first noun or first pronoun is plural, then you have to use plural verb. Let us see the example. The captain with all the players is present in the ground. First, the captain, then all the players. Okay, two subjects are here, which is joined with the word with. Okay, so our first noun is the captain. It is singular. That's why we have to use here singular verb. And we have used here is. Next sentence is all the players with the captain are present in the ground. Here also see all the players is joined with the help of the word with the word captain. And here all the players is in plural number. So we have to use plural verb. And we have used here are. Okay. Next rule is each, either, neither, everyone, one of the, many a, take a singular verb. For example, each of these sisters sings well. Though we have used here each, we have used here singular verb as it is written in the rule. Okay, see this, these sisters, this is plural. but as it is preceded by the word each, we have used singular verb. Next sentence, either of the two candidates is perfect for the job. Here also, plural noun is placed just before the verb, but here the real subject is singular, which is either. That's why we have used here singular verb. Next sentence, neither of the two plans is suitable. Here also, the real subject is neither, and that's why we have used here singular verb. Next, everyone knows the secret now. Everyone is singular, or everyone is given in the rule here, see, and that's why it takes singular verb. Next, one of the new employees has helped me to complete this project. Here also the sentence is starting with the word or with the words one of the, and that's why we have used here singular verb. Now our next rule is when two subjects are connected with either or neither nor, the verb agrees with the latter subject. Okay, we all know that we join the two nouns or two subjects with the help of either or neither nor, and to use the proper verb or to use the correct verb, we have to see the latter subject. If it is singular, the verb will be singular. If it is plural, the verb will be plural. For example, either the manager or the employees were telling a lie. This is the first subject, the manager, and this is the second subject, the employees, or you can say this is the latter subject. See, the employees is in plural number. That's why we have used here plural verb. If it would be the manager, if this would be the former subject and the manager would be the latter subject, then as the manager is singular word or it is written in singular number, we have to use here was, but here the latter subject is the employees, that's why we have used here were. Next sentence, neither the moon nor the stars are shining today. Again here, see, the latter subject is in plural number, that's why we have used here are. If it would be in singular number, then we would use here singular verb. Now next rule, some nouns which are plural in form but singular in meaning take a singular verb. Some words are there which ends with s, and we think that these words are plural, but actually they are having singular meaning, and these type of words always take a singular verb. For example, the news is true. See, the news, the word is news, which we watch in television or which we hear in radio. This news is having singular meaning, that's why we have used here is. Okay, this is not plural word, this is singular word. Next, mathematics is a branch of a study in every school. See, mathematics is a single subject, though the word mathematics ends with s, but still we use singular verb with mathematics as it is singular number, as it is having singular meaning. Okay, now like these words, the news or mathematics, some more words are here. Let us see. Name of disease like measles, mumps, rickets, etc. So many more diseases are there which ends with the s but is having singular meaning. Okay, some names of games are also there, billiards, darts, draughts, etc. Names of countries are also there, the United States, but it is one country only. but see the word states end with s, so you may get confused that this is a plural word, but no, this is singular. The West Indies, same. Name of books: The Arabian Nights, Three Musketeers. Name of subjects like physics, economics, civics, statistics, politics, linguistics. Okay, these are plural. In You can say in spelling it is plural, but they are having singular meaning. Now let's see the next rule. Collective nouns always take singular verb. For example, the herd of cows is grazing in the field. Here, the word herd, this is collective noun for cows. We all know this. And as it is collective noun, we have used here singular verb is. The herd of the cows is grazing in the field. But if there is a division among the members of the collective noun, or we talked about the members of the collective noun, then plural verb and plural nouns are used. Okay. For example, the jury are divided in their opinion. Here the jury is collective noun, but we are uh, talking about the different opinions. That means each member of the jury will have his or her own opinion. That's why here divisions are showing. This word or this sentence is referring to a division among the members. That's why here we have used plural verb. So for today, these rules only. In next video, again I will give you some more examples. Now some questions are given, one exercise is given. You have to solve or you have to write the answers on your own. What you have to do? You have to choose the correct verb given in the bracket. Okay? So I am reading out this for you. First, each student dash come. Verbs are have or has. Second, the committee dash unanimously taken its decision. Verbs are has or have. Number 3, politics dash not my cup of tea. Your options are is or are. Number 4, Rama as well as her parents dash coming. Your options are or is. Next, either Rita or Geeta dash come. Your options are has or have. Number 6, he and I dash present in the class. And your options are was or were. So students, you have to fill in the blanks. You have to choose the correct verb from the bracket and then fill in the blanks. So practice this, try your best, watch the video, see the rules again and again, see the examples again and again. It will help you to solve this and it will be very easy for you. So thank you. Have a nice day. Again, we will meet in next video. Thank you.